Nicky Hawkins outside the London Stadium, West Ham fans be 3 points, relief.
It was relief, wasn't it? I can't think of a game I've ever seen with so many goals and so little action. But international breaks come at the wrong time, innit now? The international breaks come right at just as we get momentum, we get a good couple of wins, and you think, if only we'd had this against Brentford and Leeds, and now the international breaks come in,
I mean, if you go, let's go back. Look, we've got 10 now. One of them games against Brentford and Leeds would have been right up there.
Yeah, it's just so frustrating. You look back and go, the Brentford game we got wrong, and then just to repeat that against Leeds, and if we'd have just got it right, the impact Potts has had since he come in as well, to go, and it's not even like he's come from nowhere. We had the whole of pre-season, and then season starts.
We knew.
Yeah. He goes back to, thank God he's gone back to Rodriguez and Irving, and heaven, thank the heavens we've now got a manager that can see what he's got. He's trying to do something different,
It's not just his style of play. It's the way he commands the midfield. You can see him. He's talking to people, and that is what we've been lacking. Communicate. All of a sudden, since he's come in aside, everyone's talking.
Yeah, it's been lacking leadership for the whole season. As much as I love Jared, he had a fairly poor game today by his standards. He's not that leader that you need that's going to drag you in, drag you out of a relegation fight. You need someone who's going to command people around him and raise standards, and Potts done that. And to come in and do that at his age, with his relative, inexperience at this levels, it's been fantastic.
I've got to say, I think Fernandes was brilliant today, but I think the change of the game, and this is what I've been saying for a long, long time, when you need to roll up your sleeves, this is the man who you want, Thomas Souček. I thought he changed the game.
He did. And that's twice now, 2 games. He's come up the bench. You've got goal and assist today and a goal against Newcastle. I think Dom said last week.
Have you got Ireland's record next?
Who
goes up front?
He should take it. We do need, you do need someone who can play up there for 90 minutes. I think Dom said last week he's probably the most disrespected player, and he's right. He's the disrespect he's taken. He's not a first choice midfielder anymore. That midfield three we've got the last 2 games has been phenomenal. But he's still got a role to play. There's still a big part to play in this to get us out of this battle. But if he keeps coming off the bench, and I said this for ages, he's a guy that you want for the last half hour of a game, because he's going to head things clear in one box. He's going to create chances.
He puts his body on the line.
Yeah, exactly. So it's good to see.
A bit of praise for Nuno today.
Oh yeah, I thought he got his subs right. I'll be honest, at 2-1, when he made those subs with 10 minutes to go, I just got a flashback to Southampton last year when Potter did this, and it was like, and we conceded a late equaliser.
Yeah.
And at that point, Burnley spent a lot of the second half sort of coming onto us, putting us under a bit of pressure.
But we absorbed it. We're a lot better defensively than we have been.
Absolutely. Although saying that today, you look at it, Areola's fumble one at the end.
It's a shame, because he played well, I thought. He made some magnificent, so he kept us in it.
Oh, he did. Yeah, he was, but this is the problem with him, isn't it? It's like, he can be great for 89 minutes and then he does that, and it's always, if he's always kicking out and he can keep that concentration, then he's a solid keeper, but he just can't do it, and he's still a player that I don't think we're going to upgrade in January. I think, he still needs a centre-half. Kilman obviously got out muscle with the first goal. Yeah. We still need a centre-half. We need a striker who's going to give us 90 minutes up top and perform and get goals. I know Wilson scored his tap in. That was nice to see, but he's not going to do it for 90 minutes.
Yeah. No, I agree. Onwards and upwards, though.
Yes.
A couple of cool, tough games, though, now.
Oh, there's a lot of tough games coming up, but if we can ride our luck a little bit. Don't forget, it's 2 games in a row now we've been 1-0 down and come back. So obviously under Nuno they're finding some art and they're finding some fight. It'd be nice if we lost some of the clutter on the bench and put some of the kids on there and maybe give an opportunity. Guido Rodriguez is never going to pull up anything. Andy Irving's never going to pull up anything. You put George Irving.
He's gone out on loan now, hasn't he?
Fearon's there. Orford's out on loan.
Orford's out on loan, yeah.
Fearon's there. Kante. I'm not 100% sold on Kante at the moment. I don't know if maybe it's just his physicality and his size is getting him through Premier League 2 games. He's not. I don't think he's dominating them in a way that, other players like Orford and Murphy have before him. But we'll find out, you know, if he can hang at this level.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you don't give him a chance, you never know, do you? And as I think Tony Cotty said it to me last night, and you was there, he said, you look at the Youth Cup game and the players that have come through for Arsenal, the Lewis Skellys, the Wanieris and all that, and our players are not getting through. I mean, Potts is just coming through.
Yeah, and, you know, Callum Marshall's obviously had a little bit of an opportunity. I think he needs some more minutes. George Murphy had his loan spell last year. You know, I know he had his injury at the end of pre-season, but he's coming back in. You know, he'd be a good option off the bench. He's someone that, you know, if you're going to take Fernandes off or Paquetá off and come on and give you a bit more. Caelan's, you know, starting to get some minutes out on loan at Swansea. They seem to rate him. I've seen Swansea fans on social media linking him to Mark Gay. And I did think that last week, actually. You know, if he's, you know, Palace really want Kilman, and Mark Gay's got no resale value now, maybe in January we should go to him and go, look, you send Gay this way and you're going to have Max Kilman.
Good luck.
I mean, not be funny, are we really less attractive than Liverpool subs bench?
Yeah, I don't think he'll be playing on Liverpool's fucking subs bench. But I tell you what, it's the performances. It's the performances that are encouraging.
Yeah, definitely. And the results are coming with it. And if we can get through...
And that's funny, isn't it? Fucking you perform well when the results come.
Exactly. Who'd
weird.
Have seen that one? Who'd have seen that one? Yeah. You know, we can get this going. You got Bournemouth, Liverpool, United, Brighton. You know,
tough games.
There are some tough games, but if you keep performing, you can nick a few points and just hang in there. Just keep on. Don't let Burnley and Leeds get too far ahead.
Yeah.
And just ride this storm out.
Yeah.
And then I think after Christmas we've got like Fulham, Wolves, who, you know.
You never know though, Dave. The performances are coming. Liverpool ain't what they were. Bournemouth, you know, you never know.
United are on a little bit of an unbeaten run, but they're there to be got at.
Yeah.
You know, Brighton aren't the team that they were, I think, last season. There's definitely points there to be had if we can have the confidence to go and take them.
Yeah. Prediction now.
Yeah.
Relegation still looming. You'd be stupid not to, really, wouldn't you?
Yeah, we're still in that fight. I said, I think after Sunday, the first game of the season, this feels like a relegation season, and I said it then because of the manager and because of the transfer window. And the transfer window didn't get a lot better, although Fernandes has, you know, shone.
Yeah.
But I look at it now, and I mean, you know, we've got the right manager. If we can find the money in January, he's got to find the money in January. I see no reason why we can't get ourselves above it. I mean, it's difficult to say because I think Forest are going to find money in January.
Yeah.
And at some point, Dyche will make them hard to beat or click with them.
Yeah.
Wolves, I think, at this point are gone. Burnley are going to be there or thereabouts. Leeds will be there or thereabouts. I don't see any reason
Fulham,
why we can't.
maybe. Fulham. They've got injuries, but...
Well, you know, Silva's not one to hang around when the game gets tough either.
Yeah.
So, and if Forest allegedly want him, I mean, I think it'd be a bit harsh. I don't think Silva would be a good appointment for him. I think Forest, if I'm them, I'm sticking with Dyche for a bit and just trying to get a bit of solidity and trying to get myself hard to beat again. Stop giving away so many silly goals and silly points. But yeah, there's no reason. There's so many full of Brentford.
Yeah.
I know they're having some good results, but they can be dragged back into it.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
let's go. Let's see what we do.
Yeah, do you know what? I would edge towards survival now, but you know, if suddenly the momentum goes after, you know, 2 good performances and we're, you know, 5-6 points adrift going into the January transfer window, and Sullivan's turned out his pockets and going, I couldn't find that he changed down the back of the sofa, so it's, you know. Well,
the protests are starting to ramp up a little bit, so you never know what might happen.
They might do. They might start to fall. So I still think they've got, at some point, they've got to have a financial impact on him for him to really kind of force those, you know, those changes. But it looked like there was a good march today. You know, well done to everyone who went. Good luck to everyone who went. I don't know what's coming next against Liverpool. I've not seen anything. You know.
There is saying I got told today, but I can't say. I'm not going to say it. But
no, fair enough. But you know, fair play to Hammers United. I think Hammers United are doing a brilliant job at organising this. I think they're doing a fantastic job of. I mean, the one thing that I mean, he's starting to pull apart a little bit. He's just starting to get this, not momentum, but after Brentford, it was like, not Hammers United, but a lot of their supporters were like, the boycott, if you didn't boycott, you're not West Ham, you're not West Ham, you know. And then last week it was, you know, the sit-in protest, which we did, and it became, you know, if you're not there, you know, the numbers weren't great, and it's not this, and then today I'm seeing, you know, if you're not on the march, you know, you're not West Ham, and you're a disgrace.
No, I mean that's not fair. So,
and to be fair, this ain't coming from Hammers United. This is coming from their supporters.
Yeah,
At some point, they've, you know, So some of this rhetoric's got to be dialed down, and it's got to be like, okay, because it's very difficult. I didn't go to the match today. I had other plans this morning that I couldn't and wouldn't move because, you know, I've got other people outside of West Ham. But, you know, I say anything, and if there's something against Liverpool and I can make it, I'll make it. But if you're going to take this kind of very confrontational approach to, you know, well, if you're not this, it becomes very hard to think, you know, all right, well, I'm going to stand next to you and I'm going to march for you and I'm going to walk alongside you. At some point, you know, they're fans and they're supporters and they've got to dial some of this rhetoric back. Yeah. And when they do that and they can start to unify the fan base, just not unify the fan base, but you can start to bring some of those people that are a bit on the fencing, you know, some of the people that want to get involved but maybe like are a little bit, you know, is this going to kick off? Is this going to turn nasty? Is this going to be like, and if there's a little bit of apprehension, is this going to be suitable for my kids or my partner, my parents, or whoever?
I think they're showing that it is. So,
I think they are. I think they are. But at the same time, like I say, I'd like to see just some of this negativity around it. You know, you're going to bring people in. This is only going to grow. It's not, you know, obviously you can't lose this momentum now. I don't think they are going to lose this momentum now. You've got to try and get more people on board. Yeah. And you're not going to do that whilst people are taking this very aggressive stance against people who aren't currently in the protests.
Yeah. Fair enough. Thank you, Dave. Cheers, mate. Thank you.